Hi, I'm Jordan, and this is Arnaud.
Hi.
And welcome to the first episode of Coffee Corner.
Yep. Coffee Corner is a weekly webisode where Jordan and I are going to give you some insights on the latest video marketing trends. This week's first episode is all about getting personal with your clients and with your target audience. We're going to talk about account-based marketing, especially around video, and we're going to talk about personalized videos.
So grab a coffee, press F for full screen, and enjoy.
Today's first topic is account-based marketing. Now you might know the traditional way of doing marketing with awareness, consideration, decision, and delight. Typically, in the awareness stage, you want to reach as many people as you can, and then narrow down your leads or your target audience in order to make them buy your product or service. Account-based marketing does it the other way around. They basically just flip the funnel around, where in the awareness stage, you're gonna target very specific people.
And Wistia did this too, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so Wistia really wanted to partner with Slack, and they kept messaging them but weren't really getting reply. So instead they changed their tactics and did more account-based marketing, where they made a really personalized video for a few Slack employees, and I think it really did the trick.
Wait.
And the cool thing about this is that the video went viral within the company. So Slack got it and they showed it to pretty much every employee and also around the world. This was the first example of really good account-based marketing with video. Can you do the Slack sound?
I think that was really bad.
Something like that.
So this leads me to my next topic, incorporating video and email.
Yep.
The reason this is a great thing to do is because it's way more personal than just writing a long email, and it helps you stand out from the rest. I mean, I think people are receiving about 122 emails a day, and that's the average person, not people who deal with email on a business aspect. So incorporating video is a great way to stand out. So I'm gonna show you how we do it here at StoryMe. The first thing I always do is I always use my laptop typically when I'm sending it an email. And the first thing I do is I set it on a hard surface, and I also make sure it's eye level. So you can use anything around you to do this. For instance, today, I'm gonna use a shoebox.
There you go.
So once the camera's eye level, the next thing you wanna do is focus on the headroom. You want about a fist of headroom above. That's about the rule of thumb. Otherwise, it just kind of feels awkward. The next thing you wanna be aware of is the natural lighting. So for instance, if the lighting is behind me on my back, I'm gonna be really shadowed. So the best thing you want is the lighting to be facing you. This is like whether you use professional lighting like me, or if you wanna use a window. Another thing to be aware of is the background noise.
Yep. So feel free to use a microphone that you have from your smartphone. And speaking of smartphones, if you have these little tripods, they cost around 10, 15 euros. Feel free to use them. As long as you keep your camera steady, you're gonna have good enough quality for that purpose. Now the next thing you want to keep in mind is the messaging. You need to keep it short and simple. Generally under 90 seconds, and you need to think of a clear goal before you start recording. So you want to have a clear call to action, and you want to know what people need to remember when they see your video.
Another thing you want to do is you want to not bury it. You want to make sure the email is high enough on your email so that if you have a long text and stuff, people don't miss that there's a video.
Yep.
And another way so that people don't miss there's a video is let people know that there's a video in the subject line. It actually is proven to open email rates by 13%. So it's really great to let people know. And plus it's kind of enticing to be like, ooh, what's the video?
Yep. I always add a little emoji of a camera in the subject.
That way you don't have to type it out. That's a fun way to do it.
Yep.
And Arnaud, you actually found an app that works great for filming yourself, right?
Yeah, I use an app called Teleprompter Lite. I use a free version, but there's a paid version for $7.99 that doesn't have the watermark. It allows you to read your scripts on your smartphone while you're recording. So it looks like you're looking in the camera, but actually you're reading your text. Now, important part is that it needs to sound natural. So you don't want to be sounding like you're reading a text that you just know by heart. So do it a couple of times until it feels natural, and you'll get it right after a couple of times. So this brings us to our third topic, personalization. And a cool way to do that is to personalize your thumbnail. This is an example of what we did for Gradon. When you see your own name or your company name in your email, it really jumps out from all the other emails, and it really wants to make you click on the thumbnail. Here, for this video, we're gonna do it as well. So the way we do it is with a whiteboard. It's super cheap, it's super easy, but it does the trick. You can go into more high-level experiences if you want with Photoshop or whatever, but this works just fine. So the next one is Vidyard. Vidyard is a video hosting platform, and they allow you to personalize videos. So if you create a video with like a sort of blank spot, you can fill in a name of basically anyone in there. So when you're targeting email campaigns to 10,000 or 100,000 potential clients, you can personalize every video to each and every one of them. And actually, I think you got one from Christmas, right?
Yeah, Vidyard sent me one in Christmas, and it's almost February, and we're still talking about it. So it's really cool, and it's really personal, and it really goes a long way. And if you're even wondering why personalized thumbnails are even necessary, leads that are nurtured with personalized content have a 20% increase in closing rate. So if you really want to increase your sales, being more personal is a great way to do that.
So that's it for our first coffee corner. If you want to stay up to speed with all the latest video marketing trends, feel free to subscribe on this channel.
And if you have any comments or questions or topics you want us to cover, please comment below.
Yep. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.